Hey Frontline fans, welcome back to Comic Frontline fans. You're back with me, Mike Spider Slayer, getting ready to bring you that all-important comic book review so you, the fans, can make a decision on what comic books to buy. Today, guys, we're talking about the first clone conspiracy tie-in in Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20, as we have the dreaded Dr. Otto Octavius holding Spider-Man's mask. And I had a feeling in this issue it's going to show you how Dr. Octopus actually came back, how he got his body back. So this book is written by Dan Slott. The artwork is done by Giuseppe Colmacoli. Artwork is pretty good. We should all know Colmacoli's artwork by now, as he's been inking this title, or I'm sorry, doing the arts and a lot of the inks in this title for a very long time. His artwork is pretty good. His facial expressions are a little weird sometimes, but overall I like his artwork, especially when he draws Spider-Man and you don't have to see like the characters' faces. You just see like, you know, them in their costumes. I thought it was pretty good. The colors are nice. They really pop out. We get to see a lot of the Octobot in this issue, which I thought was pretty cool. I did have a theory video way back on my channel, Comic Book Corner 2.0, on how I thought about Otto Octavius roaming as this Octobot, which I thought was funny. But yeah, artwork overall I thought was pretty good in here. So what did I think about this actual issue, and what was the story about this time around? Well, it's like I said, it's the story of Otto Octavius getting his body back, and it takes place right where we left off in Clone Conspiracy issue number 1. We get to see Spider-Man all tangled up in Octopus's arms, and then it goes back to days ago where he escaped and he was in that Octobot, and we get to see him go on this journey on trying to get DNA to actually go to the new technology to attach itself, get its artificial intelligence back into his body. So when you find out that he's, you find out that he's going through grave sites and he's trying to find out, trying to get genetics. He finds out that all these graves are being dug up and they're being gone to other places. And his body is not there. And we find out that also there's a mention of Alistar Smythe's body that wasn't buried there as well, or is not there now, which is obviously Spider Slayer. So I'm kind of like, ooh, are they going to bring me back to life? So I was kind of curious on that aspect of the book. So we get to witness him make his journey all the way back through basically, which is new technologies. And we get to see them go through that process of bringing back the life. And so we see Jackal use those genetics. You get to see the clone coming back to life. And what happens is it comes back to the point right after death. Well, Otto Octavius realizes that when Otto actually died, Peter Parker was in his brain. So it'd be like, oh my God, Peter Parker's mind is going to be back in my body unless I take it over. So we wind up seeing the Octobot go through the defenses and go into the tube and attach itself to the back of his brain. And then we wind up seeing the struggle once again of Peter Parker and Otto Octavius fight for existence. And so we wind up seeing that. And then this time around, we wind up seeing that the will and the determination of Otto Octavius was so strong that it actually beat Peter Parker's mind in his body, and we wind up seeing a new Otto Octavius born. And Otto Octavius wasn't sure if he was just this clone, and the true test would tell if his octopus arms would actually come to him. So we wind up witnessing that as well, and we wind up seeing a new relationship form with the Jackal and Otto Octavius, and then we get to go to the point of the current part of the issue when those two are battling. So what did I think about this particular issue? I thought it was pretty good to see, a little bit more of that cloning process work. on how the brain patterns work and whatnot. And again, it was good to see the rise of this iconic character to his true form. And at the end, he makes it a thing saying, I am your superior. Which is true in many forms because, you know, he's older, you would think he's wiser. And it was cool to see Otto Octavius brought back to his in his prime, you know, when he's all healthy and everything else. So that was really awesome too. So he's not flawed. So I thought this was cool because also I felt like Dan Slott was the originator that started changing the Marvel Universe. He was the first one that said, hey, let me do a different type of Spider-Man. Let's change him. Let's make him superior. Let's give him a different costume. Let's give him a different outfit. Let's give him a different place to work. You know, and it all progressed through there. And I felt like Marvel kind of looked at that idea and they kind of ran with it, because then we wound up getting Superior Iron Man. Then we got a new different Hulk, and we got a new different Thor. So now is Dan Slott starting the trend back on bringing back the iconic characters, because we did get our Peter Parker back, even though he's still industrial Peter Parker. But we now have like all these classic villains back. We have Otto Octavius back. We have a more classic looking Electro, even though she's a female now. We get the Lizard back. Is Alistar Smythe, is he coming back? So is the new trend eventually going to lead back to the old Marvel Universe? Again, Dan Slott started it all. Is he going the first one to revert back? I don't know. We'll see. But overall, if you are a fan of Otto Octavius, like I said in the last issue, I think you're going to really like this one, because you get to see the rise of the character. You get to see him come back to his true form, and then you get to see a little insight of what's going on in the new U technology. So I enjoyed this one. I'm going to give this one a 4 out of 5 stars. A true tie-in to this event. It really does tie in. So, guys, in the comments below, tell me what you thought of the Amazing Spider-Man issue number 20. Keep the discussion going. Tell me what you thought of my theory. And fans, as always, thank you for watching Comic Frontline. And until the next comic book review, this is Mike Spider Slayer signing off. And thanks for watching, fans. Take care. Bye.